Hey, what is up, guys? Flex Media here, bringing you yet another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Alright, so we got another one in the books. Now, I am beginning to work on trying to complete some of the category stages as well. No item, but for now, we're just working on the type stages. We're kind of picking them off one by one. I expect a lot of the stages will go better. You know, so like for instance, like Extreme Fizz, I think once I get the LR androids, that'll go a lot better. Once I get Extreme STR, once I get Full Power Frieza, I think that'll go a lot better. Although I'm pretty close to beating that one now. This one just kept annoying the hell out of me. Because I was so close. I got to the third stage so many times. And for whatever reason, I would just get super unlucky and get supered by everyone, and then the run was over. Now, we got very lucky for where they supered in this first turn, as you can tell. Two of them supered TEQ Gold and Frieza. And honestly, it took me a while, and I knew that this was the team to do it. I just knew it was a matter of time. Just a matter of getting a little bit lucky, you know. So this is the team. So number one, as you can see, we have a dual LR TEQ Broly lead. So obviously we are providing 8 ki to everyone starting the rotation, which I found to be very, very important. Just being able to super attack in Super Battle Road is so incredibly important. So, I mean, and obviously he's just a badass himself. So, I mean, why not bring 2 of them? One mistake I kept making is I kept trying to make TEQ Broly a rotation. And then I just decided, I'm like, you know, he's not really linking up the greatest. You know, what am I doing wrong here? And so what I decided to do was just go ahead and make him a floater. Both of them. I made floating units. And this is with 2 no-dupe Brolys, and we did just fine. As you can see, he's hitting for over 1 million attack stat on his own lead, so 130%. I mean, that's really good, right? And he's getting those guaranteed double supers, you know, when there is more than one opponent, right? So very, very good TEQ Broly. And then obviously, so like he has that trump card at the very end. So like, is it what, turn 4, right? He gets the transformation, the guaranteed transformation. So usually by turn 4, at the very most, we have 1 enemy, just in these normal stages. So it did come into play, you know, spoiler alert, but on the last stage, it did come into play. It actually helped out a lot. But you're not, you'll mostly get you'll mostly get the transformation on most runs in Super Battle Road. But anyway, it proved to be helpful. And then we also have, just real quick, not exactly a stellar unit in the Extreme TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Now, he was kind of my sort of last option. I figured at the very worst he's gonna do, he's gonna hit hard. Because after just about 2 or 3 orbs, his defense goes down to 0. It's the dumbest mechanic in the whole entire world. I don't know why they continue to... Well, they don't continue, but I don't know why they ever did it in the first place, honestly. I suppose defense wasn't that important. But, you know, Broly's in the movies, they're tanks. They don't take damage like any of them. You know, the first Broly movie, the second Broly movie... you know, even the Dragon Ball Super Broly, man, just did not take damage until Blue Gogeta got there. You know, I mean, it's just crazy, man. Anyway, that's kind of here nor there, but that TEQ Broly, he at least is a fairly good nuker. So I brought him along just as a last option. I didn't really have anyone else. I mean, I guess TEQ Guldo or like the TEQ Ginyu unit. I just decided TEQ Broly was it. TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Broly. So, let's go through the rotations. So that leaves us with 4 units left. So you can see this rotation. We have Cell, and we have LR Goku Black. Both very, very good units, and honestly pretty essential to the completion of this. So let's go through them. So this tech cell, he's a nuking unit. So he's going to get... he's getting attack and defense for every key sphere he obtains. You know what? I'm going to have to double check the amount, but I know it's over 15. I think it's 17 or 18% per key sphere obtained. He actually becomes a very good tank after he gets a bunch of orbs. So that proved to be helpful. And he's also going to heal. Most importantly, he heals on super attack. So he's going to heal back 10% of his damage I'm sorry. He's going to heal back 10% of the damage he inflicts. There we go. And then the LR Goku Black, so he's stacking his defense on super attacks. I mean, that's good. But again, most importantly, he's healing. He heals 15% just at the start of turn, nothing to do with his super attack, which is, you know, again, very, very helpful. If you do get him a lot of orbs, he can hit hard if you get him his 18 key. And assuming you get hit as well. He has to be hit to raise his attack. But the most important thing is on this specific rotation, we're getting 25% healing, essentially, right? So that proved to be very, very helpful. And then let's go over the other rotation. We'll see him on screen here in a second. But it is TEQ Golden Frieza. So for obvious reasons, right? We want to bring him along. In his uneasy aid version, he's still viable. I mean, he's not great, but for what we were trying to do here, he proved to be pretty helpful. Very, very clutch. So he reduces damage by 70% when you are 50% or above in your health. So when he goes below 50%, he literally has no passive skill. So he would be getting attack and defense from links and leader skill only, and any support type units, of course. Which we don't have any, I don't think. So TEQ Golden Frieza, so like right now he's going to take no damage, so go ahead and put him in the first slot. And what we're trying to do here is take out one unit every turn. Now, it didn't always happen that way. Both of these units right here, this Vegeta and Trunks, they both have quite a bit of HP for the original 10 stages. So they were always the biggest hiccup to get over, right? Just because, man, and then if they both super attack on the same turn, and they could potentially super your weakest unit. See, like, we got lucky a little bit where the supers fell, right? But anyway, so he was very helpful. He also has a pretty good link set. A notable exception is he does not have big bad bosses, which is kind of unfortunate. It's kind of, in my opinion, the only flaw of his card. And I guess to an extent I get it. It is kind of a shaft. I mean, he should have it. Because that's the Resurrection F Golden Frieza, correct? Because he's not Angel Golden Frieza. So I don't understand why he wouldn't have it, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, so then we have the the first form, the Transforming Frieza. Now, again, ordinarily, you're not going to get past probably 4 turns. 4 turns is usually the upper limit of how far you can go, like, turn-wise, in these original 10 stages of Super Battle Road. I mean, honestly, even in category Super Battle Road. But in these first stages, this is what we're doing here. So he, upon every turn he's on the battlefield, he's going to heal us in his first form 11% HP. So again, this healing thing, man, it was just so incredibly helpful. So on his second form, he heals 12%, and then, you know, add 1% each form he gets. But we never got past second form Frieza. So again, he was very, very helpful. This seemed to be a very stellar rotation. And so between the 2 rotations, excuse me, every single turn we were healing. And that was really the biggest difference, I think, in this stage. And TEQ Golden Frieza's ability to absorb all damage these dudes can dish out. because beyond him getting his damage reduction, his 70%, he also, you know, of course, has his guard active the whole time because we're facing off against the type advantage opponent for us, this the Super AGL. So, you know, not to mention, so the Frieza actually mitigates the first form Frieza, the transforming Frieza. He mitigates damage as well. So that again proved to be very useful, very, very helpful for this stage. And that was basically kind of the team, guys. And then here we go. So we get this transformation this turn. However, we're so close to beating Vegeta. I think we're going to be able to take him out with Cell and Goku Black. And I really felt like getting Cell his super and healing us was more important than just getting the really cool active skill of Broly, right? So that it was just kind of a, you know, just kind of a decision I made. I really just wanted the healing as much as I wanted to see that beautiful super attack animation. This just seemed like the best route to go. And I really do. I think it was the wisest decision we made. You know, and obviously, so this Cell unit, man, I would definitely consider him, at least on global, he's for sure, I mean, for sure the best Cell we have, other than the LR Int Cell. Now on the JP version, the Strength Cell is quite nasty. He heals on his 10, like on a 10 key super, he heals. He infinitely stacks attack and defense. And not to mention he's got just very good starting stats, you know, those big time easy A stats. But I think defensively this TEQ Cell is a little bit better. But in those long events, you know, of course you want an infinitely stacking defensive unit. Of course. So again, so right here, so we are on the final stage. Now, one more thing that was very helpful is we were able to stall the Dokkan attack just long enough. So we get it this turn, but what I did was I opted not to super with transforming Frieza, just so I could get Broly that 18 key super, which was, you know, hitting for like, I don't know, a bunch of damage, but I think he had like a 1.8 or 1.9 million attack stat or something like that. It is very, very good on 130% leader skill. So here he is right here. I think we end up missing a couple nodes. The 1000% focus was not active. Yeah, that was nuts. Oh yeah, so there it is. There it is. I think that's about 1.8 million, right? Something like that. So, and then of course we get the attack all. It was a shame we couldn't get a crit, because a crit would have ended it for him. It would have ended the whole stage for us. And they all survive somehow, but we get this double super because we're facing off more than one opponent, and we're able to take down Goku the very next turn. And look at that. So we get the 15% healing from LR Goku Black. Cell's about to tank all this damage. Just very, very good, man. Just very good. It was a good team setup. And then also we get the healing from the Dokkan attack, of course. So this actually took me quite a few attempts, as I mentioned. It was I found it kind of challenging to get my rotations in order. That was the biggest thing. I kept trying to put the wrong units together, and we kept getting just decimated, man. But Cell is so strong defensively, we had to put him on main rotation. Now, he only got 4 orbs, so he's not looking very impressive right now, but ordinarily he's a very good tank. And there we go. We take Goku down, and right now it's just a matter of time. So we stack up our defense here, although I don't think it gets back to them. Now, this was actually a problem. I thought we would take down Vegeta. This Broly is rainbowed. And I thought we would take down Vegeta, and it turns out we didn't. So we ended up getting popped for 44,000. So what does that mean? So, probably doesn't seem like the biggest deal. However, this means Tech Golden Frieza's passive skill was not active. So we weren't able to just, you know, auto-absorb the damage. And I was trying to check to see if I could tell. But the only way you can really tell is, number one, you just have to know. I knew that the first form Frieza healed us to the level we're at now, which is just over 50%. So you kind of just figure it out. But the way you figure it out is based on his attack stat when he attacks, or of course if he gets hit. But his attack stat was so low, I knew that he didn't have a passive, because he's only going to hit for about 500k or something. Oh, he didn't even super, so what am I even talking about? But there you have it, guys. So it ended up not being a problem. We ended up getting the victory. Oh, it did go one more. Oh, here we go. And so we do get, like I mentioned earlier in the video, we do end up using this, and we get to see this just beautiful super attack animation. And then just for a little insurance, I put Cell at the back there, even though, you know, listen, we know what's coming right now. He's about to hit for a 4 million attack stat and just absolutely vaporize Piccolo. Just, you know, it is what it is. So, but here we go, guys. You know, it ended up being a successful run. Took me, I would say, maybe a dozen tries to beat it. I finally just hit the sweet spot. We got pretty lucky on a few of the stages where we get supered. But there you have it, guys. Extreme Tech, no items used in the books. I'm just continuing to kind of pound these out as I'm running low on stamina and stuff. I'll just go ahead and hit up Super Battle Road, of course, and then there's the team. Took a screenshot because, you know, you got to document these things, you know? But if you guys like Super Battle Road, go ahead and leave a like, man. It really helps support the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And I will catch you all in the next one. Later.